Welcome to game 2 of the series, Lewted versus Sirlami again. Sirlami taking game 1 400 VP victory, setting up a triple cap in a pretty reasonable amount of time. Didn't do anything too aggressive, which is probably to be expected using defensive doctrine. And he's going to go defensive tactics, again, as Soviets, this game. And Lewted has immediately insta-locked elite armor as over Commando West. So, alright. Good luck with that. Stern Pioneers going for the left side VP, and then Folks Grenadiers making their way towards the middle. Conscript, heavy conscript opening from Sirlami. Standard 3 cons going with 2 squads towards the left side, munitions, while combat engineers take territory over there on the right.
Ready to execute.
And defensive tactics is extremely potent against Overcommando West because of the anti-personnel mines. That'll probably be the biggest threat, in addition, of course, to the heavy mortar. So Lewted's going to have to find a way to deal with those two threats if he can navigate his opponent's minefields and mortars. And the only other serious concerns he'll have to deal with are Soviet core units, so he should, in theory, be alright. And if he does get these Panzer IVs out, they should actually have a very dramatic impact. Elite armor is probably actually quite good against defensive tactics, if you can get to the medium tanks. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Over here on the right side, Lewted does have superior firepower, but he just charged across open ground with Folks Grenadiers into conscripts and combat engineers set up in green cover, and he's getting focused down fast. Doesn't make any reaction, in fact, to this engagement, and he lets his Folks Grenadiers get wiped. Lewted pleased. Over here on the left side, Stern Pio has also lost an engagement against conscripts. Advancing, building green cover, and taking territory, and Lewted is already extremely behind. Losing a full squad of Folks Grenadiers that early and then teching is very bad. He has lost engagements at all points of this battlefield, and a full retreat back into the base has been forced already. Munitions cache going up from combat engineers over there on the left side. Conscripts are moving to take control of the VP and munitions. And left side VP. And Sirlami is going to set up a, what looks like about a 4-minute triple cap, which on Minsk Pocket is a pretty bad sign. Pretty bad sign. Sandbags built here, here, and here. Mean that Lewted will actually have to dedicate at least 2 squads to any point of this map, even his own victory point, just to win an engagement against a lone squad of conscripts. Second munitions cache going up right here for Sirlami, so I think he's intending to spam the anti-personnel mines, or normal mines, or whatever, defensive things that you put on the ground with combat engineers. Very hard. 2 mines going down over here on the left already. Lewted will dedicate 2 squads to the left side victory point, so he should win that engagement. The other 2 squads he's going to send towards the left area, and there are, like I said, 2 mines right here, so pretty decent chance of that force being bled on their advance.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Conscripts forced away right there. Folks Grenadiers dodged that mine. Both of them will, in fact. And combat engineers are interrupted in their planting of further mines over here on the left side, so no other mines, just this one right here. And this one. Oh. That one. Lots of mines on the field. Conscripts set up in green cover over here on the munitions. More mines going down.
It's done. Engineers standing by.
And here come the anti-personnel mines. Now that Sirlami is up to 2 CPs, he's going to be placing these like crazy everywhere, I assume. Lewted is probably going to need a minesweeper, even though it's not that effective. Can sweep any mines.
Gun deployed. Crew ready
Be a
for
pretty good
orders.
return on investment. And for some reason, he's chosen to go infantry support gun, which I don't anticipate working that well. He's investing a lot of manpower into non-infantry units. He's working on a 3 Volksgrenadier and Sturm Pioneer Corps. Has elite armor, and you generally need more than that without access to the MG34 or Panzer Fusiliers or Fallschirmjäger. You basically just have Volksgrenadiers. So you need a corps of more than just 3 of them if you're going to win engagements against anything, even conscripts. Even conscripts. Sirlami advancing up the left side with most of his army here. He's fielded a Dushka. Should be able to push away those Sturm Pioneers right there. Combat engineers will spot the infantry support gun, but they can't really do anything to it. Just going to reinforce the bleed here at the battle group headquarters. Reinforcement of this thing's not that expensive, just 23 manpower. It's not a big deal. Volksgrenadiers push that squad away, and as they start making their way through here, they're going to trigger a lot of anti-personnel mines and take massive damage. There are only 7 munitions to plant, and you can see that sometimes they do very serious harm. Highly cost effective. So Leweted attempts to retake this territory are going to bleed him very seriously.
Contact! Small arms fire!
Infantry support gun working on the conscripts there in the middle. Over here on the left, conscripts and combat engineers taking control of all of this territory. There's the minesweeper for Lewted. He'll spot a mine right there.
The rest of you check equipment. This building is ready to train good Soviet soldiers.
Hopefully he'll wait for his minesweeper to catch up before he keeps
Back to full strength. We've lost a squad of infantry.
moving with his Volksgrenadiers.
Prepare the battery. Store out. Gruppe. Prepare for action.
Volksgrenadiers here in the base.
Achtung! Ready weapons.
Need to reinforce. Lewted has lost already, I think, 2 full squads of Volksgrenadiers. Yes, 2 of his 4. Gonna need more. He's already lost pretty much the entire map. He has only 2 strategic points and fuel. Meanwhile, Sirlami has the entire map. He's even built 2 munitions caches, and he still has the infantry advantage.
You need something.
More mines. Oh, tank traps actually being planted over here.
You need something built.
Unfortunately,
We built it as ordered.
Lewted doesn't have enough dank memes to melt these steel beams.
Engineers ready for assignment.
He doesn't really have any way to actually get rid of these. Oh, he has 1 Panzerschreck.
What do you need? We are bleeding, comrade.
Dushka suppresses those Volksgrenadiers right there. This should be pretty easy for Sirlami to push Lewted back into the base. More mines being planted. Tank traps about to completely block off this avenue of approach. Lewted's very small and ineffective infantry army cannot overwhelm simple conscripts placed in green cover. He's also spent 300 manpower into a forward retreat point, which isn't even that far from his HQ. And investment of this much manpower into tech and non-infantry units is what's pretty much costing him this game, in addition to being bled by the minesweeper and just micro mistakes. 500 manpower on this thing, 200 more on the Sphere HQ right there, another 400 some on the infantry support gun plus reinforcement. It is just massive, massive amounts of manpower spent on non-combat capable infantry. And that's why he can't make progress anywhere. The only thing Sirlami needs to keep Lewted back with his current forces is a handful of conscripts behind sandbags with 1 Dushka supporting. But Lewted will start taking control of the entire right side with Minesweeper Sturm Pioneers, so we will at least slow down the victory point drain somewhat. Nice hit from the infantry support gun right there. More anti-personnel mines going down in the middle, just sprinkling them all over the place. Any advance by Lewted through this area will be highly dangerous without Sturm Pioneer support. Oversoldaten are even more likely to go down. Demo charge over here on the left side from those combat engineers, and engineers are pushed right back into the base. Meanwhile, tier 4 from Sirlami hasn't made any units out of it. Might go with I don't even know, something. A Katyusha. In fact, any tier 4 unit, it doesn't even matter what it is, would be highly dangerous to Lewted over here. Even an Su-76 would be a very serious threat to his trucks, which have very minor defenses. Su-76 could start bringing his trucks down from range. If anything, moved up to provide vision. Lewted is going to go with a Panzer II. Looks out of his tier 4 structure. His opponent doesn't have that much anti-tank, fortunately, yet. He's pretty much avoided anything of that nature. I don't think he even has AT grenades, so there actually will be a brief window of opportunity for this unit, despite how poorly Lewted has been doing this game. A very small window of opportunity where this may actually be able to inflict some serious damage on his opponent. He will, of course, have to try to avoid hitting any mines. Since most mines that have been planted are anti-personnel mines, it should be okay. About to reveal itself to Katyusha over here on the left side, which gets suppressed by an infantry support gun hit. Will be forced to retreat. I wonder if its armor-piercing rounds can even hurt a Panzer II. I doubt it, but I guess it's possible. There's the retreat from that squad.
Objective secured. We will defend it. Engineers have secured the sector.
I know, Stoffer, that's what I said. I meant he will have to avoid these mines, which do hurt tanks.
Engineer standing by. Make ready to move. Infantry attacking in force. Capture complete. No enemy activity. We have fallen to 200 points.
Sturm Pioneer harassment of the right side, forced away by conscripts. Ooh! Infantry support gun making do as a makeshift minesweeper, apparently. Sweeps up one mine. One down. Probably like 15 or so to go. There's the Su-76. He is going to go Red Wing style, double Su-76, try and hunt down the Panzer II that way. Its window of opportunity where it was dangerous to Sirlami is pretty much closed. These two conscripts get too close to the tier 4 structure right there, though. They're forced to retreat. Panzerschreck blob on the Su-76 brings it low, and it has to pull back to safety. So that engagement actually went pretty well for Lewted, all things considered, but it doesn't change the fact that he's triple capped and has basically no territory at all, and the only harassment he can do is with minesweeper squads, which are highly expensive. One heading left, fresh one fielded here, repairs the Panzer II, and maybe he'll be able to get some territory under control slowly in that direction. Oh, you're right, it's not a blob, it's buddies. They're Panzerschreck buddies. Forgot my terminology. There was a third squad mixed in there, but they don't actually have one. Panzerschreck. Ooh, retreating through the anti-personnel mines. It's taking a lot of damage. That was painful. Fortunately, they're hugging the wall pretty tightly here, so they actually missed a few more. That was a pretty nasty retreat path regardless, though. Gets away without losing any full squads, it's the important thing. Heavy mortar has been fielded here by Sirlami. And, it's going to be a pretty serious threat. It's not vet 1 yet, so it doesn't have precision strike for the for the infantry support gun. But apparently I won't need precision strike to clear it at least once.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory. We are under attack. Enemy contact.
Light AT gun fielded to the right side to counter the Panzer II overextends itself a little bit. Ooh, Panzer II can sweep up mines as well. And this can attack ground, so Lewted might just start sweeping randomly. He's got a few various alternatives to the standard minesweeper. Infantry support gun, random shots on the Panzer II. Panzer II actually can just, I think, drive over them. Pretty sure. Pretty sure they'll detonate.
We are losing territory.
No! I think that was a little bit naive. I think the salvage of that gun was not worth risking a full squad. But there goes his Panzerschreck, one of his 2. Fielding more Volksgrenadiers to try and replace these losses. Lewted is now up to 4 full squads wiped. Fortunately, neither of those squads was a Sturm Pioneers, and one of those is actually his infantry support gun, which he was able to recruit. So 3 Volksgrenadiers wiped, basically. Still highly expensive. Still wipes that he probably can't really afford. Su-76 moves up on the left flank of the Tier 4 structure, starts damaging that lightly. Brings it, actually, wow, I think that barrage was almost fully on target, bringing the structure down to a little over half. Panzerschreck is on its way to counter. And apparently there's just wide enough of a gap right here for an Su-76 to squeeze through. So those tank traps are not actually blocking that route right now. Katyusha next after the Su-76s. Dealing light damage in this area, but nothing too clumped, so nothing too serious. Ooh, anti-personnel mines triggered by those Sturm Pioneers right there. Sirlami will make a retreat from this engagement. Doesn't like it, apparently. There's a huge amount of defenses over here, though. They need to get their minesweeper back out so that they will spot. It doesn't even matter. Only 21 points left. There's nothing Lewted can do to recover control of this game. Defensive tactics with the anti-personnel mines in particular, showing quite clearly, I think, why Overcommand West's biggest weakness, or at least one of their biggest weaknesses, is mines. These anti-personnel mines only exacerbate that. There was nothing Lewted could do to expand and take territory except for lone minesweeper squad harassment, which, as Soviets, is not that hard to shut down. I mean, just imagine if Sirlami had gone tier 3 with a T-70 on this map. Probably could have boxed Lewted in even harder. Su-76s were just kind of an I-win unit. Doing minor damage to trucks and tech structures and pushing back the Panzer II. But made no real impact. Lewted lost this game a while ago, I think. GG. And Sirlami has defeated his first challenger, I think. Well played, Sirlami.